Good morning, everyone. I am Riya Sinha, your SST teacher. Today, we are going to continue our fifth chapter of geography, that is water. In the previous class, we came to know about water cycle, in which we have learned that the process by which water continuously changes its form and circulates between oceans, atmosphere, and land is known as the water cycle. Then we have compared our earth with terrarium because the same water that existed centuries ago still exists today. Like the water we used to irrigate in the field of Haryana may have flowed down the Amazon River 100 years ago. Then we came to know about the major sources of fresh water, which are the rivers, ponds, springs, and glaciers. The ocean bodies and the seas contain salty water, and the water of the oceans is salty or saline as it contains large amount of dissolved salts. Then we have learnt about five major oceans, among which the largest is Pacific Ocean, then Atlantic Ocean, third largest is Indian Ocean, then Southern Ocean, which is founded recently, and the last one or the smallest one is the Arctic Ocean. So these are the five oceans: Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. Then we came to know about distribution of water bodies. As we all know that Earth is the planet in which three-fourths part of it is covered by water. So there is more water than land. In Earth, around 71% is water. Among that 71%, ocean water contains 97.3%. Then ice caps 2.0%, groundwater 0.68%, freshwater lakes 0.09%, inland seas and salt lakes 0.09%, atmosphere is having 0.0019% of water which is in the form of water vapor or moisture. River is having 0.0001% of fresh water. So maximum amount which we are having, that is ocean water, is saline, so we are not able to use it. Today we will start a new topic, that is ocean circulation. There is something magical about walking bare feet on the seashore, the wet sand on the beach, the cool breeze, the seabirds, the smell of the salt in the air, and the music of the waves. Everything is so fascinating or pleasant that we humans always want to do these kind of things, always want to experience these kind of things. So, unlike the calm water of ponds and lakes, ocean water keeps moving continuously. It is never still. The movements that occur in oceans can be broadly categorized as waves, tides, and currents. Now, let us study about these three categories one by one. So let's start a new topic, that is waves. When you are playing throw ball on the beach and the ball falls into the water, then what happens? Obviously, it is fun to watch how the ball gets washed back to the shore by the waves. When the water on the surface of the ocean rises and falls alternately, they are called waves. Obviously, this rise and fall of water of the ocean, they are called waves. First of all, let us try to understand waves. Formation of waves. Waves are caused by the pushing action of the winds. Particles of water in a wave move mainly up and down and pass on their movement to the neighboring water particles, forming curls in water. These curls form a wave. An earthquake, a volcanic eruption, or underwater landslide can shift large amounts of ocean water, resulting in the formation of a huge tidal wave called tsunami, which may be as high as 15 meters. Waves are oscillatory movements in water in which water particles move up and down in the direction of oscillation. A wave has two major parts. The upward part is called crest and the downward part is called trough. The vertical distance between a crest and trough is called wavelength, and the horizontal distance between two troughs or two crests is called wavelength. The size and the force of the sea waves depend on the velocity of the wind, duration of the blowing wind, and the distance the wind covers in an open sea. During a storm, the wind blowing at very high speed form huge waves, and these may cause tremendous destruction sometimes. Obviously, these destruction take place because of the movement of water at very high speed. As a result, a huge tidal wave called tsunami that may be as high as 15 meters is formed. The largest tsunami ever measured was 150-meter high. These waves travel at a speed of more than 700 km per hour. The tsunami of 2004 caused widespread damage in the coastal areas of India, and the Indira Point in the Andaman and Nicobar Island got submerged after the tsunami. So, let's discuss about tsunami, the Earth's pandemonium. Tsunami or the harbor wave struck havoc in the Indian Ocean on 26 December 2004. So the story which I am going to tell you was happened on 26 December 2004. The wave was the result of the earthquake that had its epicenter close to the western boundary of Sumatra. The magnitude of the earthquake was 9.0 on the Richter scale. As the Indian plane went under the Burma plate, there was a sudden movement of the sea floor causing the earthquake. Because of that earthquake, the ocean floor was displaced by about 10 to 20 meters and tilted in a downwardly direction. A huge mass of ocean water flowed to fill in the gap that was being created by the displacement. This marked the withdrawal of the water mass from the coastline of the land masses in the South and Southeast Asia. After thrusting of the Indian plate below the Burma plate, the water mass rushed back towards the coastline. Tsunami traveled at a speed of about 800 km per hour, comparable to speed of commercial aircraft, and completely washed away some of the islands in the Indian Ocean. The Indira Point in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands that marked the southernmost point of India got completely submerged. As the wave moved from earthquake epicenter from Sumatra towards the Andaman Island and Sri Lanka, the wavelength decreased with decreasing depth of water. Travel speed also declined from 700 to 900 km per hour to less than 70 km per hour. Tsunami waves traveled up to a depth of 3 km from the coast, killing more than 10,000 people and affected more than a lakh of houses. In India, the worst affected were the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Puducherry, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. While the earthquake cannot be predicted in advance, it is possible to give a 3-hour notice of a potential tsunami. Such early warning systems are in place across the Pacific Ocean but not in the Indian Ocean. Tsunamis are rare in the Indian Ocean as the seismic activity is less as compared to the Pacific here. The tsunami that ravaged the South and Southeast Asian coast in December 2004 is the most devastating tsunamis in the last several hundred years. The large damage caused to life and property was primarily a result of lack of monitoring, the early warning system and knowledge among the coast dwellers of Indian Ocean. Obviously, because of this harsh wave, a lot of people lost their life. The first indication that tsunami is approaching is the rapid withdrawal of water from the coastal region, followed by destructive wave. When this happened on the coast, instead of people going to high grounds, they started assembling at the coast to view the miracle. As a consequence, there was a large casualty of curious onlookers when the gigantic wave tsunami struck. And lots of people, because of this, around more than 10,000 people have died in this devastating tsunami. Okay, now uh, that's all for today. We will continue this chapter in the next class. Hope you all understood. Hope you all understood the covered topics well. Thank you. Have a nice day.